And gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Common TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. I want to start by asking you a question. Is Kenya ready for the fourth Kikuyu president? We had Jomo Kenyatta, Mwai Kibaki, and Uhuru Kenyatta. And all indication shows that Rigathi Gachagua is likely to contest for the presidency. And when I had a discussion with some guys about this, I found it necessary to pose the same question as it was posed to me. Do you think this country is ready for another Kikuyu presidency? In my view, it is possible. It is very, very much possible. The only problem is that currently there is no one who can actually get the support that was given to Mwai Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, Jomo Kenyatta was not elected. Just ile mambo ya chama simama hapa tukufanya rais. Wazungu wakafanya yale ambayo walifanya na Jomo Kenyatta akawa rais wa kwanza wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. In fact, it is Jaramogi Oginga Odinga who could have been the first president of this country. But that is water under the bridge. Why do you think that, for one, I know it is very, very difficult for a Kikuyu to rise to the helm. And one thing I know, and this one I can bet with my fingers, is that William Samoei Ruto will not be succeeded by a Kikuyu. There is no way William Samoei Ruto is going to allow Rigathi Gachagua or Dede Nyoro or Moses Kuria, Alice Wahome, Anne Waiguru. There's no way he is going to allow these guys to succeed him. Not that they cannot succeed him, but because if you have been listening to William Samoei Ruto, William Samoei Ruto does not have very kind words about the Kikuyus. And the other thing that would make it very, very difficult for a Kikuyu to become or to succeed William Samoei Ruto is because when you look at our country, our politics are tribal. And there is no way that you can convince other tribes that another Kikuyu is going to emerge as the president. Ni vigumu sana. Ni vigumu sana kuambia watu. Tell me, is there any other person? And that's why you see, when you look at Uhuru Kenyatta, the Kikuyus themselves have found it very, very difficult to replace him. As I come on air at this time, this moment, this second, Uhuru Kenyatta remain the kingpin of the mountain. Because of this, I don't see any other person replacing Uhuru Kenyatta anytime soon. And for those of you who attended the Limuru Free Conference, mlisikia vile ambavyo gavana wa Mushoba alisema the baton of the Kikuyu kingship is still with Uhuru Kenyatta. And until a person emerges from the mountain and contests the presidency, that is the only time the baton will be passed to that person. So even the politicians themselves knows very well that the baton is with Uhuru Kenyatta. Even Rigathi Gachagua knows very well that he is not the kingpin. That is why he is trying to get the support of Uhuru Kenyatta. The other thing that would make it very, very difficult for a Kikuyu to rise to the presidency is because when you look at our politics, people seems to have another idea that it's time to give other tribes a chance to lead this nation. And that is one reason I strongly believe that Raila stood the best chance. In fact, Raila stood the best chance to succeed William Samoei Ruto. In fact, he remains the best bet for 2027. And unless Raila Amolo Odinga, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Uhuru Kenyatta, akina Wajakoya, akina Oparanya, unless they agree to support somebody like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, I don't see any other person. But I know one. Raila is a sure bet. And that is why William Samoei Ruto is pushing to go to the African Union Commission to lead the continent. So, why am I saying this? Why am I saying all this? Because when you look at our situation, the other guys, because you see, I started by saying it is possible that Wakikuyu can lead this nation. But it is very, very difficult to rise to the helm. That is my point. There are other people like Mwagi, James Mwagi, wa Equity. This man can spring a surprise. James Mwagi of Equity is somebody who is a shrewd businessman, is somebody with all the kind of money that you would need to actually go for the presidency. But now the problem is, I don't think James Mwagi of Equity is interested with the presidency. I don't think he's interested with the politics. So, people like Peter Kenneth need to work with other leaders from other regions, if at all they hope to go somewhere near the presidency. And that is why you see how watu akina Dedi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, and Moses Kuria, Alice Wahome, Waiguru, that's why you see they are finding it very, very difficult to leave William Samoei Ruto. Not that they don't know that William Samoei Ruto is not popular, because William Samoei Ruto has lost the popularity of the mountain. But they know if they leave William Samoei Ruto, getting another person who is going to accommodate them and bring them so close to them is very, very difficult. You know, power is very sweet. Power is very, very sweet. And because of the sweetness of power, that is why these guys wanasema ni heri wasimame na William Samoei Ruto ambaye umaarufu wake umeyeyuka kama umande wa asubuhi, kuliko kusimama na watu ambao unajua, when you come to the ground you see that for sure literally the popularity of William Samoei Ruto has completely evaporated. And again, when you look at Rigathi Gachagua, his chances of becoming the president of this country are very, very slim. But I'm not saying that he cannot become the president. Because if the office of the president were to become vacant today, Rigathi Gachagua would succeed William Samoei Ruto, complete his term until 2027. So it is possible that Wakikuyu can rise to the throne. But you see, ati kugojea, unajua, ni kugojea nini? Ni kama fisi anayegojea mkono wa binadamu waguke. Ile hadithi ya fisi ambaye alikuwa anamfuata binadamu wakigojea mkono waguke. Mkono huwezi ukaguka haraka vile unless you cut the hand. So kugojea ati ukae pale karibu, maybe fate maybe inaweza kuigia uwe mrithi kama vile ambavyo Daniel Toroitich arap Moi alivyofanya. It is something that is almost impossible. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. It can happen kwa sababu maisha ya binadamu ni kama mshumaa. Leo uko, kesho unakuwa hera. We are just like wheat. Just like wheat, na tuko safarini tukipita ulimwengu huu ajabu. So what we are saying here, I'm saying this because people are asking, are Kikuyus not interested in the presidency? But if you listen to what they said, Kule Remuru, they agreed that Kikuyus are going to present a candidate. But what I know is that they are not going to front a candidate to win the presidency. They are going to front a candidate to spoil for William Samoei Ruto, to ensure that William Samoei Ruto does not win the presidency. And maybe that person would have a coalition with another strong candidate, and then they would win the presidency, say Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. I don't know why I see Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka being supported by the Kikuyus. Most likely he can be supported by the Kikuyus. You know, these are Bantus. They are Bantus who came from the Congo forest and Zaire basin. and they understand each other. And with Uhuru Kenyatta there, because I know Uhuru Kenyatta is one person who has a soft spot for civic Musyoka, and with unfinished business, because what I know is that 2022 still remains an unfinished business. But how I pray that Raila can be convinced to come and vie for 2027, because sasa hii ni yake, hii ni labda akatae, kwa sababu amepewa, watu wamempea hivi, wanamgojea hivi waone vile ambavyo watafanya. And I don't know what you think, but from where I sit or where I stand, because now I'm standing, ni vigumu sana kwa Wakikuyu kupata kile kiti cha urais. Ni vigumu, lakini sisemi haiwezekani, but it is difficult. Guys, have a blessed evening, and as usual, please, I'll request you one thing: like the video, comment, and today I will answer every comment that you are leaving. And if you see the video that I put in the morning, I've answered almost every comment. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.